My car broke down. I call AAA Roadside Assistance. Let's talk about it. Hey, this is Jeff at Below Average. Please like, subscribe, comment down below. This channel we work on trying to save little bits of money so you can turn around and invest that for your future in your 401k or however you invest for your retirement. Try to do everything we can without having to work more hours to give up more of your life. So let's get into this AAA Roadside Assistance. I had a video a few months ago. Check that out on the process of and why my family and I have had it for years. We got 5 people in the family. It is I feel is very cheap for the service. It's been great to us. And give you a little example of what I should have done in the other video. If you've never had if you just had normal towing your whole life, imagine, you break down, you have to figure out who you're going to call for your roadside assistance. What towing company. You have to figure out everything on where it's going to get towed. And most of the towing policies that are out there that deal with your regular auto insurance that you get only go maybe like 10 miles. Pretty bad. But AAA, roadside assistance, we have the 100-mile version. Unbelievable. 100 miles. But picture this. Just like I said, you break down, you got to figure all that kind of stuff out. Now here with AAA, here's the difference. You're on vacation. You're driving through towns you don't know. You're just out and about. You're going to work, coming back from work, any scenario. And your car breaks down. You take out your card. You call the 1-800 number on the back. They'll take your number that's off the card. But the first thing, they always say, do you feel safe where you're at? They want to know how you feel about the area that you're broken down into. And so some people, when they break down, they'll probably be more worried about the breakdown. What am I going to do and everything else? And they might not realize that maybe they broke down in not the greatest area. This will create a priority situation for you if you feel that you're in an unsafe area. So, great. Imagine that. You break down by yourself, regular towing, and you got to make all these calls. AAA, you call them, they handle all that. They actually find the company, they prioritize it out. All these different companies can end up jumping on and taking it, and they get you serviced. That's what I should have said in the other video I did. That's awesome. But here's the car. This is the first time in this new 12-month period that I had a call about my car breaking down. Now, as simple it was. I called the number on the back of the card. I did have an automated scenario this time. First time ever that initially was fully automated. But it goes right down the same thing. You feel like you're in an unsafe area. If you are, they try to have you call 911 first, and then you get back to them later. I didn't have that scenario. No big deal. So they just go through the general information, your name, the vehicle that's broken down, so they know. And they might ask car, truck, something like that. And you go through what it took like literally just a couple minutes to go through all the scenarios. They even had down the previous place that I had a vehicle towed to, and they asked if that's where I still wanted it towed to, and all I had to do was yes. Made it very simple, very easy. Done. Hung up on the phone. No big deal. See how simple this is? I did not have to find the towing company. I do not have to figure out what's going to happen. Where do I go? What am I going to do? And I'm not trying to figure out beyond maybe 10 miles that I'm going to have to out-pocket money. I already know the destination of my vehicle, where it's going, well under the 100 miles. I don't have to worry about anything. And what happens, since I was a non-priority scenario on a weekend, my vehicle is no big deal. My car actually was broken down at home. So real simple. So non-priority. Basically an hour. I think it was less than an hour. Basically an hour, a tow truck shows up. Now in the past, when I've had this, sometimes within 20, 30 minutes after making the call to AAA, you will get a text from the towing company or a call from them letting you know how far they are away, what the name of the company is, and who's going to grab the vehicle from you. I didn't have that this time, but they showed on up. No big deal. The guy, which they always ask, because I think they're curious on, what's wrong with the vehicle. So I told him, no big deal. Showed him my AAA card. That's normal procedure, just because they want to make sure that you are a AAA member. And the guy messed with the vehicle. He moved it a little forward. He jumped in there himself. Got in, got in his towing truck, backed it up, hooked it all up. Shook my hand and said, everything's done. No worries. I'll drop it off at the destination and you are good to go. And guess what? I am good to go. That's it. That's as simple as what I just said for my area where I'm at, which makes it's probably the most common scenario you're going to break down in your general area where you live or where you work. And hopefully you already have a mechanic. Try to do everything you can not to use a mechanic shop. Crazy money. You look, ask around, talk to people from work, church, friends, family, everybody on finding somebody who does this stuff on the side that can handle a lot of generic or general issues with vehicles, that you do not have to end up paying that crazy money. You do not want to do that. You need to find somebody. I have been fortunate my whole life that I've had several different people along the way that always wanted to make money on the side, and I was more than happy to end up paying them probably, I'm going to say half, at least 25% less. At least 25% less. And somebody you trust, that you can go to, and simple, just like I found. So I looked for that first, but back to the AAA, unbelievably awesome. Done. I call, towing truck shows up, they take it away. I am done. I do not have to worry about it. Now I'm just waiting for my mechanic to call me to say, good to go. When do you want to pick up? And that's one towing. You get a handful of these a year. So I'm going to recommend you go onto their site, you make a call to them, you see the pricing for your area, how big your family is, and see what it is. And then always ask, is there any other discounts out there? And do not get their basic version. You have to go to the one that will give you 100-mile towing. The difference of the cost is not much there. It takes one towing in a year. That's going to be long distance or longer drive. That will save you plenty of money. Now, out of the group of 5 in my family, just to give you an idea for a first 4-month range now about, this is the second time, 2 different vehicles scenario. We have a third one coming on up that looks like it's going to be just a battery replacement. Now you might say, oh, everybody can take out the battery and go down the road and replace yourself. Yeah, you can. You spend some time on it, you mess with it. But this is the great scenario. You call that AAA. You get the battery replacement. In the past, it is only about $20 more to get a battery through them for a replacement, and they come on out, they do everything, and they replace it. It costs you $20 more than messing with hauling it down the road and messing with yourself and doing all that kind of stuff to save $20. If you have to go that route, that's obviously fine. But if you do not, this is simple. Now, not every area or wherever you're at, not all the time, that they'll end up doing a battery replacement in that area. It's just something you'll have to find out. That is one thing that is not guaranteed everywhere. But if you can have it done, it'd be great. Years ago, we had this done once, and guess what? It was not even the battery. This guy found a loose wire, not even going to the battery, something else that was right in the general area, and he tightened it down and didn't even need a replacement, didn't need anything, zero money. This is how much this AAA roadside assistance can help you for a very low price for your family. But the best is peace of mind. If you have your mom, any aunts, your wife, your daughter, any individuals like that are out there, and you're always worried about, hey, is their vehicle going to end up maybe breaking down? What do they do? If they have the card, they make the call. They take care of all that instantly with no problem over the phone. No decisions have to be made by them. It is all done perfectly. Unbelievable. You cannot ask for a better customer service scenario than what I have always had with AAA roadside assistance. So please go check out the other video that I had on the process of going about obtaining them and the reasons why. This is from a member who's probably been around for, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years. I don't know why I don't know why every single insurance company that sells auto insurance don't just do this. This is phenomenal. So please like, subscribe, comment down below if you went on and purchased any of the AAA stuff or any of your scenarios. Everything has been always positive for me. So let's hear what you got to say. Hey, have a great day. Thank you.